Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to my car, where, yes, I am wearing a sweatshirt in 80-degree weather, but that's only because I have my work shirt underneath, and y'all don't need to know where I work. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is the craziest, literally the craziest blow-up I have been a part of in public, and it was over, well, I'm not sure what it was really over, but masks were involved in some way. Anyway, so I went to Raleigh yesterday. It's about 3 hours away for me. And it's one of the places that I wind up in just by getting on the interstate and driving for a while, because I like driving. And I have been to Raleigh on other occasions when I just go driving. And the last time, well, I guess now the second to last time that I drove to Raleigh, I wound up going to a bar called the Big Easy, which is also a Cajun restaurant, and they've got some pretty good jambalaya that I had yesterday when I went back. But when I went on Easter, I had a beer called the Milk. It was a milk stout by the Duck Rabbit Brewery, which is in North Carolina, a dark beer craft brewery. And I highly recommend it. If you haven't had a milk stout, they put lactose in it. Lactose is involved in it in some way, and it gives it a nice creamy flavor. Yeah, I like it. And sorry, I'm waiting on this red light. But when I went to Raleigh yesterday, I didn't go to the Big Easy at first, because I was just going to walk around, and I found this place called Berkeley Cafe, which turned out to be a bar and a sandwich shop across the street from like a memorial or a park or something, I don't know. And I went in there because I had to use the restroom. I had to do a number 2, and I had to go pretty bad. So I step in there and I'm like, "Hey, do you guys have a restroom?" And first thing I noticed about this place is there's only one patron sitting at the bar, and there's only one other person in there. It's a lady that's working the bar. So she says, "Yeah, we have a restroom, but it's for paying customers only." I'm like, "Well, I mean, I plan to sit down and buy something, but I really gotta go." And so she's like, "Okay." She didn't point me in that direction. She just says, "Okay." And so I go and find it. I didn't get lost. It was a pretty small place, but so I found the bathroom. I sit down. I'm not wasting time, but when you go number 2, it takes a few minutes. So I finish my business, get up, and I come out of the bathroom and I start to head for the bar. But immediately, I'm talking immediately, she has a mask in hand and she's like, "You need to put this on." I said, "What?" Because I'm kind of confused that she's coming at me so aggressively. And her response to me saying, "What?" is, "Put the mask on." And I'm dead serious. She was so hostile. I was very put off, obviously. You think I'm gonna sit down and put this mask on just to order a beer and then take it off after you behave like that when I just came out of the bathroom and I'm about to sit down and buy something? No, I'm just gonna leave. So I said, no thanks. And I start to walk away because I have no interest in being here. I don't care that you want me to be a paying customer just for using the bathroom. Like, if you wanted me to buy something, then maybe you should have been a little bit nicer about the mask. And the thing is, if when I first stepped in there, she said you have to have a mask, I would have just left because I didn't have a mask on me, and I don't like making a fuss about it. So I would have just walked away. But she said nothing about it until I came out of the bathroom. And on top of that, like I said, just so hostile, just in the least polite, the least customer friendly way that you would think somebody, I don't know, I mean, I just don't get it. Like, I work in customer service to an extent, so I get it. Like, you get annoyed with customers for this reason or that, and maybe you start to develop a disdain for the customer after a certain amount of time, because it's just, I guess you just get frustrated over a while if you get enough stupid customers. But on the other hand, just being straight up rude to a customer, stupid loud trucks, just being straight up rude to a customer, that doesn't make any sense to me. I could never, because it's just not how I roll, and I don't want to reflect poorly on my employer. It's pretty simple. Anyway, is this thing still on? Yeah, it is. So, anyway, as I'm walking by the guy that's sitting at the bar, he starts screaming at me, and I'm not talking like just raised voice, like screaming at the top of his lungs. Fuck you, you're an asshole. Like, in the most enunciated way, too. Like, it was kind of funny. He sounded so unreasonably angry over me not wanting to wear a mask and then leaving. And I thought about getting my phone out and recording just to have something that I could put on YouTube, but no, I didn't want to provoke the situation any further, because I was just walking around town, enjoying myself. And yeah, I figured, hey, I can just talk about it in a video and upload that instead. But I'm telling you, like, people are crazy. It just blows my mind. So yeah, I left. I did turn around and give him the bird, and I thought that he was gonna do something about that. I thought that would like make him go crazy, but no, he didn't do anything. He just sort of stared at me like, bad attitude, whatever. I don't know. Stupid old drunk, day drinking and screaming at people for not wearing a mask. Who knows? Who knows what goes through some people's minds? Anyway, so I wrote a bad review, and then I continued on my way to a bar that I'm familiar with, where I know that they have a good beer. And I got to talk to the same bartender that was there when I went there on Easter. So that was a good time. And then I left there, and I decided, hey, I should go back to my car and get home because I've got to be at work early. And I got lost on my way to my car because, well, the little ticket, it says on the ticket, don't leave this, bring this with you. And I didn't do that because I'm an idiot, and I was like, I'll be able to find my way back. Well, I wasn't able to find my way back. I walked around for an hour trying to find it before I finally found it. I actually stopped and talked to a cop in like an alley and asked for directions, and he wasn't able to help me because I didn't remember what was around when I parked. So, yeah, pro tip. Bring the little ticket with you when you park in a parking deck. I'm going to stop here and get myself a milkshake. And pro tip number 2, just don't be an asshole to people that you don't know. Just be kind to strangers, honestly. Like, I found that the less urban an area is, the more polite strangers are. And that's why I wonder, why do I keep visiting Raleigh? Like, Raleigh sucks. People are mean. And I found that California is the same way. Like, I've been to California. My mother was raised in California, and everybody that I know who lives in or has been to California confirms that people are not polite there. People are they like to be rude. And I think that's because the whole place is like, I've heard that you can drive like from San Francisco to San Diego, and there's no like space between cities. Like, you're always in the city. So that's enough rambling for today. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you like this kind of content. I guess, is this called vlogging? I don't know. Anyway, God bless.